Hi everyone, this is End All Be All here, and welcome to the second day of the final week of Grand Arena. Now, if you're like me and you're going for a Galactic Legend Ray, then you'd have leveled up and relicked a ton of Resistance characters, and a lot of them are just GP bloat, and you might not even end up using them on offense or defense apart from a handful. So I wanted to make a video to deep dive into the Resistance characters that have been leveled up. And the theme that I'm going for today is I'm going to use all of my resistance characters on offense and try to put in at least one resistance character in each offensive team that I can. We have quite a few of them, about at least 14 or 15 of them. So hopefully, if I go with only seven offensive teams, I'm hoping to one shot. So if I go with seven offensive teams, I'm hoping to that I will be able to easily put in all of these characters in each of those teams. And there are some specific teams which actually benefit a lot from resistance character synergy. So I'll talk a little bit specifically about that as I go into each offensive team. So that's going to be my goal for this Grand Arena. It's going to get tougher because there are some teams which can only be taken out by really meta teams. So I want to test and see if the addition of a resistance character can actually create a viable counter in those cases. So that's going to be my goal. So let's go ahead and see who our opponent is. My current opponent is Vixcall from the Shadowlands Guild, and doesn't have any GLs just like me, but it's got a pretty decent set of characters. The right set of characters really well relicked up. It's got a really good Night Sister team, really good Separatist squad, and Darth Revan squad also, which usually keeps on defense. So I'll get to face some good stuff. And if I take a look at their defensive record, it's pretty impressive. I think it's about the 35 to 40% range is what we have. If I see Vixcall, 212,000 lifetime banners, so not as much, but 223 defense on 591 offense. So definitely tends to go defensive heavy, which is going to be interesting to see. All right, so I've gone ahead and set my defenses. So what I did was, because my opponent keeps really tough teams on defense, like the General Grievous with Watt fully relicked up, R7s on quite a few of them, and the DR team with quite a few R7s there as well. I wanted to keep something really heavy for that, so I decided to keep my gas on offense and kept Shakti with clones on defense. That's the only compromise I made in terms of my defense. Otherwise, I stuck with my Darth Revan team on defense. I got Night Sisters in there as well, and down below, I've kept all of my Jedi on defense. In the front, since I've kept gas on offense to be used with Padme, I kept General Skywalker. I kept Anakin to be used under Basti, with a couple of other Jedi over there. Hermit Yoda for the healing, and the reason I kept Dengar in there is Dengar is a really irritating character by himself. Uh, so he goes into stealth and he remains there. So and he'll be sniping people with thermals, and he does tons of good stuff with when he gets critical chance. And already my Dengar is modded for critical chance, about 50%, I think. Yeah, about 46% critical chance. And Anakin, on his overpowering assault, he's going to give critical chance right away. So he's going to go just before Dengar. He's going to give critical chance up for everyone, and then Dengar is going to go and throw a bunch of stuff, and hopefully reduce a turn meter, inflict a nasty down, all of that good stuff, which will make it easier to land debuffs. So that is going to be I'm hoping that that takes out a good team. And then I've got my new team out there with Separatists. It's a pure Separatist squad. I kept Magna and Sunfac in there, but hopefully the other three are going to create some havoc. Hopefully it takes CLS or EP or something tough against these teams over here. And at the back, I've kept two trickier teams. I've kept the rest of my Jedi, Jedi Knight Revan. I decided to keep on defense this time. It's a tricky team to face if you've exhausted some good counters out front. Um, My opponent might still have gas, especially since I'm not keeping gas on defense, so they might just decide to gas one of these two teams. And then I've kept my Maul Sit trio with Nest in there as well, which I'm hoping will steal a few more banners. So that's my defense. Not really kept any easy teams. I mean nothing which can be troopered or things like that. It's definitely substantial teams which are designed to stretch the roster. And on defense for ships, I've kept my Malevolence, kept the GK on offense. My opponent always keeps their Malevolence on defense, so thought it'll be a pretty straightforward battle. Now, on defense, what I'm facing is like I showed the General Grievous squad and the Sith Empire squad. These are the two toughest teams that I think I'm going to be seeing on the board, and it's a good thing for me that my opponent has kept them at the top and not block the bottom zone, so I can clear the bottom zone, see the full board, and then make a decision how I want to approach these two teams. Weak Carth team down south, nothing much out there, and a Newt squad which is relatively weak, probably can be geoed, and then there's a bounty hunter squad, Bosk lead, which will be extremely tough because there's a relic 6 nest over here. Fastness, not really a tenacity build, but really fastness, 297 with decent health, 54,000, so it's pretty decent. So going to go really fast under Django lead. So let's go ahead and start our attack. I think I want to take out the new team first, and I'm going to go in with geos over here. And here for the resistance character, I decided to take in Resistance Trooper. Resistance Trooper has got tons of synergy with the geos. He gets a ton from exposers. He gets a turn meter on whenever an enemy becomes exposed. He applies expose on his basic as well. And each of these 4 geos who are left over here in this team, apart from Sunfac, they have some synergy with Resistance Trooper. Brood Alpha, he applies expose on enemy, so he's going to end up giving Resistance Trooper turn meter. Geonosis and Soldier can call someone to assist, an ally to assist, so I can call Trooper to assist, and he has a chance to apply expose and get more turn meter there. Poggle also can call someone to assist, target ally to assist, so he does the same thing that Soldier would do, call Resistance Trooper to assist. And Spy again gives exposes all the enemies, so again tons of chance for Trooper to get turn meter. So I'm going to take this in, and Trooper hits pretty hard as well on his own, so I'm going to hope that he's able to one-shot some of these characters. I'm going to take this in, see whether we're able to clear this out efficiently. So he goes first. Now I'm not sure why Death Trooper is in there, but I'm just going to try to get rid of him. So I've dispelled everyone. I'm going to save my dispel for now and try to just get this guy down. Let me actually get Barris down so that these guys don't heal anymore. Couldn't do that. Okay, let's just keep working on him. Get him down, and let's dispel this so that he doesn't assist anymore. I'm going to call Resistance Trooper. Expose was applied, so that guy assisted. Let's do this. Okay, we got rid of him. Now I'm going to pop a couple of exposes over here. Let's do this. I want to ability block him. All right. Good thing is these guys don't have AoEs, so I'm pretty comfortable. I'm going to call a Resistance Trooper to expose, and he managed to do enough damage to get him down. All right, let's start attacking Newt, taking him down. Let's see if we can't get rid of her. The only disadvantage is I won't be able to recover any protection on that guy. but I think that's fine. I'll be happy with 59 over here, since it's going to be an experimental offense anyway. All right, so 59 over there, some synergy that Resistance Trooper has with the geos. Now this one is going to be a tough team. There's Django, and there's Django lead is always tough, and it's a pretty fast Bosk. 293. So let me see what I want to take in against that. So since we have a nest over there, the problem with a typical CLS counter is nest typically ends up not taking many turns, but the protection up keeps building up, and it becomes difficult to snipe her. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take in my CLS squad, but I'm going to take in Holdo for a tank, and I'm going to take in Finn for the extra stun and for the mounting damage. I'm hoping that once Finn's turn comes around, he should be able to land a big hit on Nest and take her down. Let's do this. I'm going to stun. I'm going to try to get rid of Bosk right away. And let's do that, and he's gone. I'm going to land a big hit on Nest and reduce a turn meter over here. Okay, that guy is gone. Stun over there. One hit there. Okay, let's keep working on him. I'm going to wait for another big hit on Nest for now. Let's try to stun this guy. Okay. Let's do this. I think Khan is going to go next. No. Oh, we might just miss it. Okay, I'm just going to go ahead and stun. And let's just wait for Nest to come out of I'm going to save the big hit. Let's wait for Nest to come out, and then we will land a big hit on her. Let's do this. I'm going to heal up Poe a little bit, and this should do it. There we go. Okay, so 59 over here as well. I think a little bit we missed out on Holdo. The thing is, Finn can definitely recover protection, and Holdo can give protection back to Finn. But no way for Holdo to recover protection. Han, Chewie, and CLS have got plenty of ways to recover protection on their own. So 59 banners. I would say Finn is maybe a budget nihilist kind of a guy. If you see characters who are tough to take down, like Nest or anyone else anyone else who typically is requires high damage to take down, you can always get in Finn, who can build up damage on a special 50% each time he uses on the same enemy, up to 500%, and then you can snipe that person pretty effectively. So I would say it's almost like a budget nihilist if you need time to do it. All right, let's see what's behind. Huck's team, pretty weak by the looks of it, and a weak Geo squad as well. All right, so definitely the two toughest teams are the ones over here, the General Grievous squad and the DR squad. So I'm going to take a break, maybe give it a few hours, let my opponent go first, and then come back and we'll come up with a strategy of how we want to infuse resistance into the rest of our offensive squads over here. All right, catch you guys in a bit. All right, so my opponent has gone. So they've gone ahead and one-shot my board, which is actually pretty impressive. I was hoping that they would slip at least once on or somewhere at least. But the score is below 1900, which means that they were not as efficient. It's a score of 1897, which means about 55 to 56 banners per match, including ships. So one shot everything, but I think they lost quite a lot of banners in the process. But that still doesn't give me much comfort, because I still have two tough teams to go against, and I have a feeling I might lose a battle against one of these teams at least, which gives me very little room in order to improve banners in terms of efficiency for the other teams. So let's go ahead and delve into these two matches, and let's get the two tough ones out of the way, and then we'll know how much we need in the other matches to in order to beat a score of 1897. So first I'm going to go against a Darth Revan team, and this one is without Basti. And the team I'm going to take for this is going to be my GG Nuke team, which I used to use about a few months ago to climb against Darth Revan in the arena. And this particular team is let's see, GG Nuke. Yeah, this is the combination for that team. This is the most popular version of the team, which is IG88 lead, which gives additional critical chance to everyone. That's really important for Grievous. Grievous with relics, mine is only relic 5, but he already has about 64% critical chance. So add that on top of the 25%, the 20% which I get over here. I'm at about 85% crit chance, which is not the best, but I think it'll have to do. BB-8 is there to give speed up to everyone. That's 8% turn meter per droid, and enable everyone to go first, and ends up taunting as well and eating the first death, which means that Grievous gets to go next. Imperial probe droid is there to apply target lock, and he's got Zeta, which means that any target lock enemy is not going to get any buffs, so no taunt for Malak and Sith Trooper if target lock lands. This particular Malak is R7 and with a tenacity build, so there's a chance that this thing may go wrong, but we'll have to see. And T3M4 is there. It's a double Zeta T3M4. T3M4 is there for the additional damage boost that you get with just his presence over there. There's tons of extra critical damage that you get. And each time that people die, the droids die, Grievous is going to get a turn and end up one-shotting someone. It's a very banner inefficient team. I anticipate getting 47 to 48 banners with this one, but that's probably the best way that I can use a team on offense and have resistance in the team to beat Padme, to beat Darth Revan, because there's only two teams with resistance characters who can beat a Darth Revan team. There's going to be Padme with C-3PO, and there's going to be this nuke, this Grievous nuke with BB-8 in there. So BB-8 is the resistance character over here who's going to be boosting the droids to go first and get their stuff done. The speed on the Darth Revan is pretty intense, but I'm hoping that because there's no Basti in there, this team is slightly more effective, because what Basti does is Basti gives extra defense to Darth Revan, as well as extra health, 70% extra health, and I think 50% extra defense. But the main problem is going to be Malak over here. But what I'm going to do is, usually in a Grievous nuke team, you go for Basti first. I'm going to go for Darth Revan first if I'm able to target him. So that's going to be the goal. So let's go in and see what happens. So we're going to go first. We're going to dispel all the debuffs from here, and excellent. We've got target lock on both Malak and Sith Trooper, which is what we wanted. Now this ability is going to apply additional target lock on folks. Yes, so now everyone has got target locks, and what's going to happen is when I do this carbonite projector, it inflicts tons of debuffs which are irresistible if the enemies are target locked. So now everyone is target locked, so I'm going to go ahead and do this, and we've got tons of debuffs on the field. Now I want to go and now you can see that BB-8 is taunting over here. I want to go and target Revan, take him out. I think without the extra defense and health bonus, yes, he did get taken out, 192. And he's surviving as well. This is great. That's one advantage, I guess, of having an R7 BB-8. Typically, he gets taken out really easily in a Grievous nuke team right at the beginning. But I guess there's some advantage of getting him to R7. So now next I want to target Malak and try to take him out. So the thing is, T3M4 is still in there, which means that my damage boost is still there. There, 245k. Wow, that was a huge hit. This is actually going pretty well. Let's get rid of, let's heal up BB-8 and I want to avoid losing anyone if I can. Let's do this. Ooh, unavoidable. Why didn't Grievous take a turn after BB-8 died? That's weird. Oh well, looks like we'll still end up with around 47 banners. Yep, that's what I was expecting. So very poor banner-wise, but I wanted to really stick to the theme of using a resistance character, and I think the Grievous team is definitely one of the biggest beneficiaries of BB-8 being in there. So that's one way in which you have a resistance character on offense that you can use to some amount of flexibility. Unfortunately, BB-8 goes so much better with JTR that you end up ultimately using BB-8 with JTR in most of these cases. All right, so now the next toughest team is going to be the Grievous squad with Watt, and there's tons of relics over there. And the Battle Droid is modded for speed, not modded for offense, which is good to see, but it's still R7, so there's tons of offense there. I'm not sure who's going to get the taunting tech because his health is 127,700, and this guy's health and protection is 126,000. So I think most likely it's going to be B2 who's going to get the taunting tech, which is going to be interesting. Okay, let's take our Padme squadron with gas in there, General Skywalker, and see if General Skywalker is able to work his magic. All right, so what's going to go first? And yep, as I expected, this guy got the taunting tech. I'm going to go and try to stun him, which didn't work. Let's try to apply some confuse, and I'm going to give this to gas. So confuse is applied. That's great. Let's try to get rid of Watt Tambor as soon as we can. He's an extremely tanky one. I'm going to remove this. Let's do this. I need to build tons of courage. That's the only way that this is going to work. Good thing is I can target. Yep. Let's go ahead and get some courage up on the board. All the confuse is going to get dispelled from this guy, but 14 stacks. Hopefully this should take care of him. Not yet. Should we finish this guy off? I've got 20 stacks. Maybe we can finish Grievous. Oh yeah, that was a fortunate turn of events. So that's great. So Grievous is gone. We'll probably end with well, Grievous can be brought back. Oh wow, I'd forgotten about that. But we need to take care of at least B2 is gone. But we need to take care of Watt as soon as we can. Otherwise, B2 is going to be brought back as well. Let's do that. We need Padme to get a turn in. All right, let's go after this guy and let's call Padme. He is really tanky. Okay, let's do this. Man, still not down. Okay, at least we got a heal in. Let's take care of him. All right, we managed to tank that hit. 14 stacks. I don't know if this will get it done, but let's try. Almost. Let's keep working down these guys. All right, no option but to go after this guy. And second hit on Grievous, and he's dead. Excellent. So a little bit of confusion over there as Grievous got back, but I think we will still manage to end with with 56 banners. Okay, a little bit better than what I expected. Yep. So gas makes the counter way easier, in my opinion. There's days on the field. There's just so much more damage that this guy does, um, and uh, and there's just tons more relics that just tons more health that this guy has as well. So definitely a much more comfortable experience facing against relic Grievous squads than getting Anakin in there. And over here, the resistance character, of course, is C3PO. C3PO is such a versatile character. You can have him with rebels. He excels with resistance and with Galactic Republic as well. But from all these three factions, I find him I find that he adds the most value and bang for the buck in a Padme team. Translation gives a 30% health boost, and health is so important in terms of courage for the Padme team that I feel that C3PO belongs in a Padme team. But really a very versatile resistance character who can really get into any faction, any light side faction. All right, that the two toughest battles are done. So let's collect our thoughts and see what we want to do against whatever is left and how much room we have. Okay, so I think I want to do the ship battle first before we attack the squads down south. And against this Karth team, um, I think I'm going to take, let's see, I should take either the first order or maybe I'll do that. I'll take the first order, but instead of first order stormtrooper, I'm going to go with the Poe. Where is Poe? Hang on. Yep, so let's go with first order. And instead of first order stormtrooper, I'm going to go with Poe so that we apply some buff immunity on Zalbar. That's going to be critical to prevent the taunt. So that's going to be Poe's function over here. Otherwise, the other four characters by themselves can get the job done. Yeah, Kylo Ren and the others, they don't have any days. They don't have any buff immunity. They do have healing immunity in Kylo Ren, which is going to help prevent the Karth team from healing up. But I think these guys should be able to get the job done. I'm wondering if I should take this, or maybe I'll take my bounty hunter squad, because they can heal much more easily with Poe Dameron. Yeah, I think I'll do that. I'll take these guys in. So let's start the taunt. Supply a buff immunity on Zalbar. Just didn't land. Let's go after mission. And let's see if we can't land a big hit there. Didn't do anything there, but we can target around taunt. We've got a couple of guys, so we should be fine. This one should take care of him for mission. All right, let's keep healing these guys up. Let's taunt. Let's finish this guy off. He's got a few AoEs. Let's apply an ability block on this one. Okay, let's go after Zalbar. Let's pop some thermals over here. Let's get some more thermals on the board. Yeah, Poe is really not doing anything much. Let's get rid of this guy. But at least the rest of them are going to end with full banners, which is the most important thing. I'm going to dispel this. Let's heal up everyone some more. Let's pop a thermal and get turn meter again. Let's reduce, actually let's just get rid of this guy. Yeah, he hits really hard. Okay, let's taunt. Yeah, it's much easier to recover full banners with a bounty hunter team with boss lead as opposed to first order. So I think this was definitely the right call. Unfortunately, Poe didn't do anything much. He's better in a Finn-led resistance squad. So 59, I think we are still above the required 55 or 56. So we are fine so far. Let's see what ships are there at the back. We have the Malevolence. Okay, that's good. Let's get rid of the ship battle, see how many banners we need down south, and then we can work our way down there. So the way that I'd like to do my ship battles with General Kenobi against Malevolence is I like to take in my regular fleet, but I always like to call in Plo first. Probably won't need all these slots, but I'm just going to go in with these. I'm going to call in Plo first, and the key is to always dispel all buzz droids on your ships, because that's the easiest way in which Malevolence team will get your ships down. So I'm going to go ahead with these guys, and I like to target down Hyena Bomber first. I know a lot of people prefer to go for Sunfac first, but either way, what you're supposed to do is target down one character, one of the two tanks, and apply buff immunity on the other two tanks. That's usually the way to go. So I like to apply buff immunity on Sunfac and then target down on Hyena Bomber. Okay, and let's get rid of this guy. So now you can see there's tons of buzz droids on the field, and our Houndstooth is almost gone. So what I do is I call in Plo, heal up everybody, and pass turn meter on. Let's get rid of this one because this is the original Hyena Vulture droid, and then we just have to work through Sunfac, and then we are good. I think Spy is going to go under stealth if I target him. Let's just keep working on Sunfac. I'm going to go ahead and dispel this from him, give the taunt to him. Yeah, these guys like to target down Anakin, but I'm hoping that this one is able to get rid of all of them. Not yet. Okay, so we'll just keep going over here. We have to wait till Spy comes into range. I'm going to try to do an AoE, see if Spy is taken out. Not yet. Okay, we've got no option but to target. I wonder if I think the AoE is going to get rid of Spy. There we go. Okay, not very good banners. I think 63, that's fine. I think 63 is good. So looks like we made it into Kyber. Now let me just do some calculation to see how many points I need in order to win the match from here on. Okay, so looks like we need about 50 to 51 banners in both these matches in order to win, and I think that should be doable. So what I'm going to do is against the Geo squad, I'm going to take in, let's see, I'm going to take in this team. So this is the team that I've been trying to use Wampa on offense for. Stormtrooper Han and Watt are the best combination to take against Geos, just because with the Zeta, with Stormtrooper Han lead, and with the Vandor Chewie in there, there's tons of protection recovery. Watt gives protection recovery as well. So, and because these guys will constantly be attacking him, Stormtrooper Han, with the taunting tech, he's never going to lose taunt, and he's always going to be at almost full protection. In the off chance that Spy manages to one-shot Stormtrooper Han, we have Vandor in there to revive him again and then get the whole thing started again. And at the same time, we have Wampa with the weapon stick. An R7 Wampa with weapon stick is going to hit really, really hard and take care of these guys. I usually go in with the Stormtrooper Han, Watt, and Wampa. Just those three are enough. But I want to get some resistance flavor in here, and for that reason, I'm getting Veteran Smuggler Chewbacca. One of his uniques has him gaining offense every time the enemy uses an ability. And as we know that we're going to have tons of turns that the Geonosians are going to take before Chewbacca has had a chance to go. And mine is built for a lot of offense, really a lot of offense. So the first time that this guy gets to go, he's going to land a really huge hit. Now, ideally, this should have been veteran smuggler Han, because that guy does an AoE. Veteran smuggler Chewbacca does not. And against Night Sister teams and Geonosians, veteran smuggler Han is the real damage dealer. So he's the one. If I had relicked up him, he would be the one over here instead of veteran smuggler Chewbacca. But I still want to see how hard Chewbacca hits. So let's take this against the Geos and give the taunting tech to Stormtrooper Han. That's very important. Weapons tech to Wampa. And then these guys are going to start going and doing their stuff. But we are going to be safe behind Stormtrooper Han because there really is no AoEs that these guys have. I think apart from Brute, he has one AoE. And this to Vandor so that the incoming damage is reduced by about 25%. I'm going to pass this over to Han. Alright, big hit. Let's see how much of a hit this guy is able to do. I wish it was some other Geo apart from Brute. 52k, not as much as I expected. Okay. Waiting for Wampa's thing to ramp up. Or Sunfac to taunt, one of those. The other advantage of having Veteran Han in there is it's got an AoE ability block, which is pretty useful against these guys, both Night Sisters as well as Geonosians. Excuse me. Why is Sunfac not taunting? I'm waiting for him to taunt so that I can target him at least. Okay, big AoE time. Excellent. That's more like it. That's the Wampa I know and love. Okay. And because of Vandor being there, these guys are going to end up with full 60 banners, no doubt about that. Okay. Little bit left. Oh, there. Sunfac is taunting now. Okay, let's get rid of Sunfac. 104k. Yeah, this is a if you can spare your Watt and Wampa, Watt and Stormtrooper Han, then this is a really great team to have to take against Geos. And this is going to work perfectly fine even against Relic Geos. I think I've tried it once against Relic Geos and it did a decent job. Alright, come on Chewie, big hit. 58k. I was expecting more. But that's fine. I think if the leader was resistance, then the damage gets stacked even more. Still got plenty of time. Even Vandor Chewie is hitting hard right now. And Wampa is hitting for like 132k. Wow. Look at that, 125k. Let's get some protection up. Alright, everyone is at full health, full protection. 141k. There, easy 60, the easiest 60 against Geonosians. I can't wait to try it against a little more Relic Geonosians to see if they get a job done, because typically you tend to take really high level counters against Relic Geonosians. So this one, if you can afford a cheap counter like this, then I'm all for it, if it allows me to save a meta team. Alright, so we got 60 banners over there. We are at 1676 and we need exactly 41 banners in the last match to win. So as long as we one-shot this, we win. So I'm going to take my JTR squad. There is a Hux in there, but I think everyone is pretty weak. So even if there's no initial turn meter gain, I think it should be fine. Should be able to get rid of these guys fast because I do need a healing immunity from Ray, and stun from R2 will be good. Ray is going to hit really hard. Let's take this team in. All we need to do is one shot. So I'm going to pass the turn meter over to Ray. Oh, actually, I'm going to pass it over to Poe so that he gets inspired, because that'll get everyone to assist, to counter. And let me inflict buff immunity. Yes, we need buff immunity on General Hux so that he doesn't have advantage. No advantage means no turn meter gain. No prevention of turn meter gain. So yeah, we got rid of him, and we got rid of Trooper as well. Let's heal up a little bit and call everyone. Excellent. So one good thing about one thing to note about the Resistance team is, so Resistance Hero Finn, when he does his rally call, all tanks start taunting, all support heal, and all attackers assist. So that's what happened over there. At all the attackers, which is both Poe as well as Scavenger Ray, went ahead and assisted and finished off that guy. And a little bit of healing happened because the only support characters that you have in Resistance are the three droids, C-3PO, R2-D2, and BB-8. So if along with the Resistance heroes you have two droids, then you're going to be getting about 30% of healing. There's about 15% healing per support. If you have only one droid, like only BB-8 or only R2-D2, then there's only 15% healing which takes place. So in this team, in the absence of BB-8, that's the only healing which is going to take place. Finn, Holdo, BB-8, these are guys who really heal protection up. In their absence, the only guy who's going to be healing is going to be Resistance hero Finn with the rally cry, where he'll I think heal by about 30%. Okay, let's carry on with the battle. Big hit over here. Excellent. Yeah, R7 Scavenger Raid hits extremely hard. Let's do this, and let's assist with Scavenger Ray. See if we can't land a stun. Excellent. Let's pass this over to Scavenger to have another big hit. There we go. Yep, easy enough. 59 banners. All right, so I think we're going to end with probably close to 1915 or something like that. Let's see. 1915, yep. So pretty straightforward match. I think having a tough defense, even though it was one shot, it did end up costing a lot for my opponent in terms of efficiency, because they kept everything for offense, with the exception of their own DR. Everything else was kept on offense, but they still struggled over here against my teams and got about 55 to 56 banners, which is good to see. I was the most nervous about these two teams up top, the Grievous and DR squad. But I'm glad that I was able to stick to the Resistance theme and managed to clear those two teams with the Resistance character in there. So that's it for today. We are so that's it for the Resistance theme. Hope you guys enjoyed that. Join me in the next couple of days where we will meet our next opponent. I have a feeling we might meet Ashla, who's also got Ray with Ultimate in there. So I most likely might meet Ashla in the finals. Ashla did lose against one of the opponents, which is why we might get matched up. But that'll be interesting. It'll give me a chance to see if I can redeem myself against a Ray team. Thanks for tuning in. Bye.